The fastest way to lose power is to start explaining yourself. It feels logical. It feels fair. It feels necessary. But the moment you open your mouth to justify who you are, you've already accepted defeat, because explaining is not clarity. Explaining is submission, and the world doesn't reward submission. It exploits it. The invisible trap you fall into every day. Think about it. Someone questions your motive, your competence, your loyalty, your character. Your body reacts instantly. Heart tightens. Jaw clenches. Thoughts race. You don't think. You react. And that reaction is exactly what they were waiting for, because the accusation was never about truth. It was about control. The moment you defend yourself, you hand them authority over your identity. Why defending yourself makes you look guilty, even when you're not. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The innocent explain more than the guilty, not because they are wrong, but because they care. Care creates leaks. Leaks create leverage. When you defend yourself, you are saying, your perception of me matters more than my own. And once someone senses that, they will test it again and again and again. This programming was installed in childhood. You weren't born like this. You were trained. As a child, authority decided punishment. Your only escape was explanation. So your nervous system learned, explain to survive. But adulthood is not a classroom, and the world is not a fair judge. Most accusations today are not requests for clarity. They are probes for weakness. And every time you explain, you fail the test. Power is not being right. Power is holding frame. Machiavelli understood something brutal. Reality belongs to whoever defines it. The moment you defend yourself, you accept their frame. You agree that there is a problem, you are responsible. You owe clarification. But what if you didn't? What if you refused the frame entirely? The psychological violence of silence. Silence is not passive. Silence is aggressive, psychologically. When someone attacks you and you don't react, their mind has nowhere to land. No argument, no emotion, no resistance, just space. And humans hate empty space. Silence forces people to confront their own intentions, their own aggression, their own insecurity. That's why manipulators panic in silence. They need reaction to exist. The moment the power flips, they say, "You've changed. You're selfish now." Old response, "No, I'm not. You don't understand." New response, "Nothing." Eye contact. Stillness. Calm breath. 5 seconds pass. Now watch carefully. They begin to soften, to justify, to explain themselves. Without speaking, you made them the unstable one. That is power. Why silence works better than any comeback. Comebacks still play the game. Silence ends it. Comebacks reveal emotion. Silence hides everything. Comebacks expose your values. Silence protects them. The unreadable person is the uncontrollable person. And control is what every attacker wants. When you do speak, never defend. Sometimes silence isn't possible, but defense is never required. Instead, you do one of three things. 1. Neutral acknowledgement. I hear you. That's your perspective. Noted. No agreement. No denial. No emotion. You acknowledge sound, not meaning. 2. Amused detachment. You might be right. Interesting take, said calmly, almost bored. You signal, this doesn't reach me. 3. Redirected focus. Why is this so important to you? What reaction were you expecting? Now the attention shifts. Now they're exposed. The most disarming sentence you can say. You're right. Then stop talking. No explanation, no apology, no correction. This short circuits the attack, because attacks require resistance, and you gave none. But here's the key. You agree with facts, not labels. You made a mistake. You're incompetent. Response: yes, there was a mistake. I'll handle it. You owned the action. You rejected the identity. Only secure people can do that. Why this triggers? Deep respect. Defensive people fight for approval. Secure people correct and move on. One is noisy. One is solid. People don't trust loud confidence. They trust grounded certainty. And nothing says certainty like someone who doesn't need to explain themselves. The real reason insults hurt. If an insult truly doesn't apply to you, it doesn't hurt. If someone calls you something absurd, you laugh. But when it stings, it touches a part of you that isn't resolved. That's the shadow. And once you own it, no one can use it against you. A person who knows their flaws cannot be controlled by shame. The 7-day rule of no defense for the next 7 days. Do not explain. Do not justify. Do not correct misunderstandings. If someone gets it wrong, let them. Sit in the discomfort. Let the urge to fix burn out. You will notice something strange. People stop testing you. Stop pushing. Stop crossing lines. Because they sense there's nothing to grab onto.